guys, welcome back to my channel. So I am here today with my crafting items that I've been working on. I've been working on some crafts to do for Halloween and for fall, and so I thought that I would quickly just show you the things I've done. I didn't record myself doing any of the crafts. I think a lot of it's self-explanatory, and I just didn't even think about turning on the camera while I was doing it. I was just in the zone. So I guess you could call these crafting slash DIYs. And they are, I think, all made from stuff that I got at Dollar Tree. If there's anything from somewhere else, I will let you know, but I'm pretty sure it's all from Dollar Tree. And so let me go ahead and get started showing you what I've been working on. So first of all, I had bought, so this is all stuff that I've hauled too. So I've already hauled these in hauls for you guys, so you've seen the items. And so I just recently hauled these bags, and in them I have little goodie treat bags for the kids to take to school. So I have 3 of these bags all together, but I only brought one over with me. And in them I have these little goodie bags, and I filled them with 2 pieces of candy. So it's an eyeball gumball, some candy jewelry, so it's either a candy bracelet or a candy ring, and then there's a spider ring, and then either a bat or a skull ring, a little box of stickers, and a pencil sticking out. And so I got 3 different bags. I got the pumpkin, the black cat, and a spider is the other one. And I miscounted. I didn't have enough, so right now each bag has 20, and I need to get exact counts to do the rest, but I ran out of pencils because I don't math well. And so these are what I'm doing for each of the kids to send them to school on their Halloween party days. Braxton actually doesn't get a Halloween party because he goes to a charter school and they're really particular about it. And so I will just send him to be able to pass out goodies. I'll let his teacher know, and I'm sure it'll be fine. So that was that. And so I hauled all those items. I wanted to show you. I got them all put together. Sticking on the Halloween theme, I bought this board. It had some string attached to it because you can hang it. It's just like a little plank board. I'm going to put it in the corner of my coffee bar. And so I used my Cricut. This says 'tis the season to be spooky. And so from this skull up to the pumpkin was just pre-made in the Cricut design space. I didn't have to do any of the work for that. But then it wasn't quite big enough and I couldn't extend it any more wide. So I just decided to add on a bunch of little spooky things or Halloween type things. So I added the spider and the bats. I added the broom, the ghost, the spider, the cat, and the witch's hat on the bottom just to fill in the empty space. And so I painted it orange, and I did just like a stippling with the dry brush around the edge just to give it a little bit more detail so it wouldn't just be flat orange all the way through. And then on the other side I painted it purple, and I needed the orange vinyl. I got some orange vinyl and I did the black around it, and I don't love this one. I feel like it's too small. I might try to find something to put here at the bottom just to fill in the space a little bit. So this one was also just in Cricut Design Space that I used, and it says Happy Halloween. And so a lot of what I did here on these are going to be things that I did with my Cricut because I love to use my vinyl whenever I can, and I just think it's really fun. Those vinyls were both Cricut vinyls. They weren't any other vinyl. So this I recently hauled too. It was this color, just wood, says Trick or Treat on it. So I painted it a thin coat of black first, and then I used a gray with the stippling brush and went over it so that it kind of has that kind of aged, silvery, old look to it. And I really like the way the paint came out on that one. So I just painted that. That was as easy as that DIY was literally just painting a plank. And then this one was this shape. I got this at Dollar Tree. I really like the shape. It's for my coffee bar, so I thought that that would be really fun. And this also, it came from Cricut Design Space. It says Coffee, Black Cats, and Witches Spells. And then this started at the coffee and went down. So all this came with it, but I added in the coffee cups and the black cat at the top to fill in the space a little bit better. And this vinyl is the sparkly black vinyl paper from Dollar Tree that I used on this one. I will say I had to print it twice. It was pretty difficult to work with. I haven't found the right transfer paper that works well with it yet. And so I did have some struggles when I did that one, but it all came together. So I got it. And that's that one that I really like. Another really simple one. This was just a wood plank in the wood color. And I painted the ghost white and the bottom base black. And I used that same sparkly vinyl paper from Dollar Tree and just cut out Boo. I just typed in Boo, found a font that I liked, and added it on there. And so I have the other side that's plain, so it's perfect for a tier tray because both sides are painted. I used the white paint from Dollar Tree, and I am going to go buy better white paint. The white paint I feel like has little to no coverage. You have to paint and paint and paint to get any kind of coverage on it. I mean, it came out okay in the end, but I want to probably go get like the Waverly chalk white paint that like has decent coverage right away. So that's my note on the white paint. I love all the other color paints that I've used. So another one that I Cricketed was this one. Eat, Drink, and Be Scary. And so I painted the beads on this. So this was this one. What is it? The All Year Long I Dream of Autumn. So I just turned that board around. I took it out, turned it around, painted it white, and added the vinyl on it. And I painted the beads, the orange and black, to make them Halloween. And that's just that, like super easy. I wanted to keep the wood in it. I like the wood color, but I might have painted it black or look for a black one for this. But I wanted to keep it the wood color just to give it a little bit different color to go along with everything. For Halloween, I put together this wreath. And so I bought the wreath from Dollar Tree. It's just the black and silver tinsel wreath that they have for $1. I added the 2 big purple spiders. I got this ribbon from Dollar Tree, made the bow, and then I don't know if you could tell that the orange diamonds are actually little spiders on there. They blend in really strongly, but they're also just little spiders climbing around in there. And so that wreath I just put together with Dollar Tree items, and I think it came out beautiful. I love it. I like it a lot. Sticking with, I'm trying to decide if I want to move to holidays. So for my coffee bar, I wanted to Cricut just some coffee mugs to add for Halloween. So this one just says, Life Without Coffee is Scary. And so it's not full Halloween, but I mean, it gives the point, right? Life without coffee is scary because it just is. And so this mug I got at the thrift store. It's the Dansk brand. I got it for 99 cents at the thrift store. But I liked having different shaped mugs, and I love the handle of this one. And so that is that mug. This one I put together, this Cricut, I just typed in basic and witch and used 2 different fonts and said basic witch, you know, because I'm a basic witch throughout the year with my pumpkin spice lattes. So I liked the play on words on this one. I thought it was really fun. And so I did that. This one I just did a basic Happy Halloween with the white vinyl. This vinyl, talking about vinyls, this one was Dollar Tree white vinyl, and it overall worked pretty well. It's thinner vinyl. It's harder when you have the intricate cuts, but it did work. So this was Dollar Tree vinyl that I put on this one. This basic witch one, I can't remember. I feel like it was, but I could be wrong. That might have been Cricut. I think it was Cricut. I think I ran out of black Dollar Tree vinyl when I did Harry Potter stuff. Sorry, guys. This one it's the sparkly Dollar Tree vinyl paper. And so I try to use the Dollar Tree vinyl whenever I could. I like the cost of it, so I try to use it whenever it'll work. And they don't have orange, so this one wasn't. So this says Trick or Treat Yourself with that jack-o'-lantern. And this, again, was just in Cricut Design Space. I didn't have to do anything. I just looked in Trick or Treat. I looked up Happy Halloween. I just looked up Halloween. I looked up witch. I just, kept doing like Halloween type terms in Design Space, and it kept giving me awesome things to do. And so those are my mugs that I'm going to put on my coffee bar that I put together for Halloween. This idea I got from Bargain Bethany. This was not my idea. I created it based off of what she showed, but I love it. So it's the 5 skulls, and I glued them all together. I added a spider on top and some little spiders just throughout, like they're crawling through it. And if you can see, I added on spider webs too. And so for $7, because if you count the spider webs, they have spread across. Like I have used the spider webs. This is a big chunk of the same pack of the spider web in my fortune ball, or my crystal ball up here. There's some in one of my bottles over here that says web of spider. And I still have a bunch left. So this stuff has spread. So that $1, that has spread. So I can't even necessarily say that this cost another $1 because of it. But it's a nice substantial size piece of Halloween decor for a decent price. and I love the way it looked. And if you don't like the color of the skulls, you can always spray paint them any color that you want. I've seen a lot of that on YouTube, Halloween DIYs of spray painting these skulls. They're actually, the skull is such a neat find at Dollar Tree for Halloween decor that you could do so much with. And so that's that one. I don't know where to put everything as I keep going through. All right, for Halloween, I got a little red truck. So this is the little planter red truck, and I tried at first to paint it orange with acrylic paint. Didn't work at all. Like, it didn't pick up any color with the orange. The red just kept coming through, and I didn't have orange spray paint on hand, so I just went with black. And now I haven't decided if I'm going to try to paint in the windows or if I'm just going to leave the whole thing black. I feel like the black look is nice and spooky, and so I kind of like that. And then I think I'm going to look for some little pumpkins to put in the back. I might have something on hands or little ghosts on hand or something. It would be really cute with ghosts in it, and then it'd be black and white. So I'm going to put something in the truck bed. I'm going to put it on a tier tray. I have a white tier tray that goes on my table, so I'm going to put it on that so that it has, you know, the different color. So I love the way that that came out painted black. I think it came out really cute. And then I am doing the trunk or treat for my son's school, and we're doing games. And so I bought these orange cones. I have 3 of them. I only brought one in from the garage because I spray painted them yesterday. I need to do a little cleanup. So this was the white band that was just on the cone. It's like the reflective band. And I figured instead of trying to paint over it, I'm just going to use it, right? Like, use it as decoration on the hat. I've debated on if I'm going to use some poster board and make a round base to have the round bottom to make it look more like a witch's hat. We'll see if I end up doing that. If I do, I'll just get some black poster board or black. They have, I think, the black and the thicker foam board, and add it to the bottom. And then I'm going to use some glowy bracelets and use those as the rings for ring toss. And so I did make 3 of these. There's the bright orange at the bottom. Spray painted them black to make witches' hats. All right, that is it for Halloween. So I just have a few fall items. Oh no, Halloween, my tier tray. So I made a tier tray. So these are the covers for your stove burners. So they're a little flimsy. They aren't great. They're not super sturdy, but they're going to work for just a few things for my coffee bar. And then these are 2 of the candlesticks, just one flipped upside down to make it taller because I want to just have a little bit more room in there. And then this one was a kind of a light blue candlestick, just it was a little more substantial. And so it made it nice, decent sized tier tray, but I didn't want it too big because my coffee bar isn't very big, so I wanted a decent size. I have some tier trays, but I wanted a black one, so that's why I decided just to make my own. And so let's see, it was $4 altogether to make this. And I had spray paint on hand, but I actually used the dollar spray paint from Walmart. So if you want to count the cost of the spray paint, $5 for this tier tray. And I love the way it turned out. So that is my tier tray. I can't wait to get it on my coffee bar. And then when I was making it, I had the idea initially to make it taller and put this on top, but I didn't like the way it looked with the base and the topper. So I didn't do that. I kept it as a 2-tier tray. But then I was like, you know what? I'm going to just make this anyway. And I'm not spray painting it black. I'm going to keep it clear because I want to be able to use it year round. Because I thought this would be great for like a candle. I mean, it's a candle holder, right? So I could put a candle on it and it just like elevates it and just makes it a little nicer. Or I could do treats on it. I was thinking about looking at some of their little vase bowls and see if I could do like a topper, like a conch? I don't know that word. It's a fancy word. But cover it up and like do like a cookie on it or something, or a cupcake. And so I might look into doing that. But I mean, this is $2. It's 2 items that are regularly sold at the Dollar Tree. I did use the glue, the super glue brand, kind of E6000 glue to put them together, and it's together. You can kind of see right there where the glue is stuck. And so, yeah, I made this. This isn't necessarily fall or Halloween. This will probably be year round, but I put it together while I was doing all the rest of these, and I love the way it came out. Like, I love it. Showing, I have this. So I got the styrofoam pumpkins. These aren't done yet. I haven't fully decided what my next step is for these, but you just put a pumpkin on one. Oh, that's going to be great for my fondue party. And so you do that. I painted the stems brown. They're a bright green color. You can kind of see it underneath still, that bright green. but I don't know if I'm going to use these. I might look for like branches and use like a stick or a branch for the stem. So I haven't decided where I'm going with these yet. So I painted one teal to add the top pop of teal color in. And I painted one orange, but it kind of is very close to the same orange color as it came in, but it's a little flatter. It's not so shiny. So I did those for fall. Also for fall, I made this plaque. And I did both sides. So this is just a napkin. I got this napkin at Dollar General and I used this one because it fit better on the plaque. I used Mod Podge. All I did was Mod Podge the plaque, add on the napkin. And then I sanded around. It's not done. I haven't quite finished this. And I want to add a bow. And then I think I'm going to add in this Welcome Fall on it as well. And maybe like a little bow somewhere to finish it out. And I did both sides because that way if I set it on a tier tray, like one side will be the front, but the other side will still have the look to it. And so that's why I wanted to just do both, so it wouldn't just be a plain back. And my husband might be walking in here in a second. So if there's a bunch of noise, it is my husband. So I made this pillow. And this is just 2 placemats glued together. I did the hot glue. If you want to see how it's done, Mari with Restored Creations actually just put out a how-to with it. And so you can actually watch it be done. But really, I just had them inside out, so the back sides of each placemat out. I hot glued them together. I left a little spot to be able to stuff it. And then once it was stuffed, I closed in that piece. And so that's up here on the corner. And unfortunately, I got a little bit of hot glue coming out of it, so you can see it. And it's kind of crusty right there, but it's just a decorative pillow. And if you've been with me for a while, you saw when I took apart bears to make the book, Monster Book of Monsters, for my son's birthday party, Harry Potter. It's over here. It's down there. You can't see it. So I used all the bear fur, and I made the Monster Book of Monsters with their hides. And I had a ton of fluff left over from those bears, and that's what's in here, is the teddy bear fluff that was left over from that. So I got a lot of use out of those teddy bears. So I got to make a pillow and the Monster Book of Monsters. I keep hitting my tier tray. And I have one last item. This one is probably my favorite, which is probably why I saved it to last. I made this sign. So I got the sign from Dollar Tree, obviously. It's the black sign that you can do anything with. I used my Cricut up here, and I said, "Welcome to our patch." And then I painted these little pumpkins that came from Dollar Tree. And I wanted all 3 colors, so this is the same orange as this, and then this is the same teal as this. So I'm trying to bring in these pops of other colors, not just orange. And then I did white, because I just like the white pumpkins too. And I did all of our names on it. And I just printed those out also with the Cricut. And so, welcome to our patch, and this cute little sign. I still wish that I would have got the wood colored ones, not the black one, but I still love the way this came out with the black. And so, oh, and when I glued these on, if you could see, they are a little raised. And I used just some pieces of foam board and glued the foam board on there, and then glued these to the foam board, just so it would be just a little bit raised and give it a little bit more dimension. And so this, probably one of my favorite things I made out of everything. I love it so much. I am debating, I might tie little bows and do little bows on each of the pumpkins just for fun, but I haven't fully decided yet. And all these, if you don't have a Cricut to be able to do the Cricuted stuff, they do sell transfers at Dollar Tree, so like the rub-on transfers. So you can always do letters with the rub-on transfers, or you could get the letter stickers and Mod Podge over them. Or if you have good handwriting, you could just use a permanent marker and write it yourself and do it that way too. So there's ways to kind of do these similar type things without a Cricut. If you don't have a Cricut though and you like to craft, I love my Cricut. Like, I think it's great. So I hope you enjoyed seeing all the different things I put together, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I can't wait to see you until next time. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. All right, bye.